Hey everyone, welcome to the High Priestess Demari channel and to another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So I literally just heard this, right? I was just going to do a random message, right, as I do. Ooh, I got some cards here from another deck stuck in here. Huh, interesting. This is from my handmade deck. It's the 3D and it's the Dwenemen card, which is very telling. But anyway, so I'm guessing that's like a little confirmation from the divine, but we'll get to it. I literally just heard this over and over and over. That a setup went horribly wrong. A setup went horribly wrong. I kept hearing that over and over and over. So I'm like, okay, we're going to see what this is. I mean, with the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, yeah, okay, that says a lot. But especially for these cards to be here as well, because they are stored in the same pouch as these cards are. So it's interesting that they were stuck in this deck because I thought I had separated them, so that's quite interesting. So a setup went horribly wrong. You're going to end up just fine. If this setup was against you, you're going to be absolutely fine. Whatever they try to take from you, you're only going to see increase. Whatever they try to stop for you, you're only going to see forward motion, right? It's like everything is happening in the opposite of what they intended to accomplish here, right? And that's because your character has been tested, your integrity has been tested, and you remain true to yourself through and through, okay? So you are being seen in a very positive light at this time by your community, by a community, by those who may be aware of what was done. So we're going to get into it and see what this is about. So tell me more about this setup that's being exposed. Tell me more about this setup that went horribly wrong for my collective, please. This setup that went horribly wrong. Look at that, 5 of Swords. We saw the Hanged Man, now we see the 5 of Swords. So someone realized that things definitely went absolutely wrong. They really thought they had you figured out. They thought they had you read like a book. They really thought they knew your destiny. They knew what was to come, your future. This could even be someone who does divination as well, okay? Or someone who's really good at like... reading people's palms. They could be into palmistry, right? Specifically. Or it's something to do with people's fortunes. So either they could do like readings, like tarot readings like myself. They could do like palmistry, palm readings. Or into astrology, something like that. Okay, one of those things. Or possibly all of the above. Maybe they're into all of those things. And because of these insights, they thought they had you figured. They had you sussed. They thought they knew when would be the perfect time to strike and how to strike, right? This person didn't have all the facts. They didn't have all of the insights that they thought they had. Like, yes, this person may be insightful. They may have knowledge on these particular subjects. But that doesn't mean you know all there is to know, right? And this person certainly didn't. Tell me more. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. The World card, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Ace of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the Star, Aquarius energy, the 9 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, and the Chariot, Cancerian. And at the bottom of the deck, we had the 10 of Cups. What I say about you being held in high regard by a community, okay? I really feel like this is your energy down here with the 9 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 10 of Cups, yeah. So essentially, this plan backfired, okay? Someone's realizing that they're having to give up on this campaign against you because it's done. It's over, okay? This cycle is a wrap. Whatever they thought they had the ability to accomplish, their time is up. Their window of opportunity is gone, okay? So this person is going to have to give up on this hate campaign that they have against you or whatever this is, okay? This could be someone who's jealous of you for different reasons. It could be something to do with your abundance or good fortune here, right? It could be pertaining to your connection with people, right? You're seen as very like earthy, very nurturing, supportive, motherly, right? You may have this aspect to your character. You could be a healer, okay, especially with the star being here, like a light worker or a star seed, right? You might identify with those kinds of terms, you know, whatever you identify with, but it's that kind of energy, right? You're really good at illuminating certain things to people and helping them with their healing process, or bringing certain things to light that need to be exposed or need to be understood in order to invoke change, right? Positive change. Yeah. I feel like you have your hand in a few different things, okay? You're multifaceted, multi-talented when it comes to the spiritual arts, especially when it pertains to aspects of healing. That's why we even saw that shaman card here, right? So you could be someone who has like a natural affinity for like the shamanic healing arts, right? So you could work with a lot of like natural materials, or you may be very connected with nature, with the earth. Yeah, especially with this energy being here as well. You may have a very deep ingrained connection with nature, the earth. Yeah. And so you utilize that in your practices, possibly even for like healing remedies. You could be like a herbalist, or some kind of holistic practitioner, like a holistic doctor even, or something like that, okay? But I feel like whatever it is that you do, you're well respected for it, okay? You have a community that values what it is that you bring to the table, what it is you can provide, what you offer, right? You have provided support to people in various capacities, it looks like, okay? So this is definitely speaking on a healer that was targeted. That's what it looks like, or some kind of light worker. But I'm definitely getting like a natural healing, right? That sort of thing. With the Ace of Wands here, I feel like, seeing as now this cycle is over, you have an opportunity to have a very powerful and significant rebirth here, a fresh start. There's something that's being ignited. There may even be a new skill or a new gift that you've unlocked, or something you're discovering about yourself that's brand new that you didn't know you were capable of, or what you can accomplish here. A new vision, a new idea, a new passion, whatever this is, something profound has been ignited within you. And so it's only a matter of time before you start sharing that externally, right? But right now it looks like you're kind of, you know, powering up, charging up. You're exploring something new here that's very passionate, that's very effective, right? For some, this can even speak on a new soul connection, okay? Some kind of romantic partnership that's coming into fruition. You may be even already in this relationship, but there's like a deepening of your bond with this person. So you're both going through this rebirth in order to come into true alignment and union on the physical and spiritual planes, okay? Which is awesome. I feel like as well, you may have discovered who your person is, and vice versa. And now you're kind of deciding to really, you know, forge this bond in a very powerful and profound way, or solidify the connection, make it official in some shape or form. You may even be thinking about, you know, marriage or something like that, or one of you is, okay? There could be a proposal in the cards for somebody. But either way, it looks like a lot of powerful changes, shifts are taking place for you, okay? So any adversity you have faced with like someone trying to set you up, all it's done is propel you further along your journey. That's literally all it's done. All it's done is help you to possibly tap into gifts that were dormant, that you didn't even know that you had, or enabled you to be more focused on what it is that you're passionate about, and not let anything or anyone get in your way of what you feel called to do and being who you are, right? That's kind of like the energy here. It's like really sort of reclaiming your power in a very profound way, yeah. And using it in a way to support, aid, help others, right? So it's not just self-serving, it's also used as a means of helping others as well. That's why you're well respected. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's like there's a lot of abundance with you, okay? This is a very abundant energy because you have a lot of value to provide through your work, through your abilities, your skills, your crafts, your services, your passions, your endeavors, right? Your projects, whatever, okay? So there's a lot of people that are going to benefit from this value that you're able to provide. You already have provided so much value to people that you may not even be aware that you're held in such high esteem, high regard, right? Because you've helped people to not only transform certain situations and leave that which is no longer serving them, but you've actually helped them with their ascension journey, with their healing journey, right? You've given something invaluable that has helped people to move forward in such a profound way to actually get on their destined path, right? So yeah, there definitely is a community here that holds you in high regard. This could be your clients. This could be like an online community or a physical community. This could be people that you just support in your local community, right? In whatever shape and form that takes. Yeah, so that's really, really positive. Exactly, you planted very good seeds. And I feel like even though you may have felt for a time that not much was really changing because of maybe some setbacks that you faced, or you may have felt like your financial circumstances have been like holding you back in some shape or form, that's changing, okay? You're not going to experience those kinds of issues, right? Not in that way. You're not going to feel friction, right, when it comes to your abundance, because any plots and schemes that were made to destroy your abundance have been quashed, okay? Yeah, that's why the devil is here. Yeah. So there are definitely adversaries to you, right? Ops, if you will, okay, that are watching you from the sidelines and know that essentially they've been eclipsed out of your life for good because they're in this devil energy. You're in this chariot energy. So they can't come with you. They're not a vibrational match. These are like south node energies you're eclipsing out of your life that are being left behind in past cycles, right? So there's definitely some huge karmic cycles that are ending for you right now. And these people are literally being eclipsed out of your reality as you embark in this new impassioned cycle that is now underway. It's literally just kicking off as we speak. So the timing of it is very interesting because at the time of me doing this reading, we literally have the new moon in a couple of days in Aquarius. So with so much Aquarian energy, I feel like it's just the kickstart of this whole massive new cycle, a new era. Like truly, the era of, Aquarius, okay? Aquarius energy, the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we're really entering that now. So powerful. 7 of Wands. Yeah. So again, I feel like, you have come so far in this journey, right? You really have. It's like you have faced so many trials and tribulations, but you've done it so courageously, right? You didn't back down. You didn't give up. You didn't stop. When you were tested, you kept going. You kept, it's like you just kept passing trials here, right? And so when you were being tested in order to unlock certain manifestations that you'd called in, you were passing each one, right? Back to back to back to back, because you learned so much from past mistakes, from past situations, right? So you didn't just take on what you've learned and, stored it in your memory bank and forget about it. No, you actively applied those lessons and the knowledge you've attained as wisdom so that you made different choices, so that you moved differently, right? And so you wouldn't compromise on when you felt like you shouldn't have to compromise. And that is paying off significantly, okay? So basically, because you started using the word no more often, you're actually starting to get more yeses. So very interesting how that's playing out for you. Yeah, with the Hanged Man here, Pisces energy, there's definitely some situation here where either a specific individual or a group of individuals have been like summoned, right? I feel like it's been like a case of these people have been summoned on the etheric plane, right? For questioning, okay? So it's like a bit of an interrogation, a bit of a hearing, court hearing, right, in the spiritual courts. They even may have had like their ancestors try and represent them, you know, to try and justify their actions. I don't feel like that worked, okay? Because when someone chooses to be an op and tries to intentionally stop you from doing the work, okay, especially when your work is in service of the collective, yeah, that's a big no-no, okay? So when people do that, especially when, you know, they go absolutely beyond what is even reasonable, because yeah, you're going to have people that side-eye you, they're going to hate you or not understand it. But when people are going out of their way to literally try and stop you and block you and be a hindrance to your life, right, then that's beyond what is even like rational, okay? It's like people don't have to agree with your path or understand it, but when you're actively trying to stop someone's journey and throw a wench in it, then it becomes an issue, right? And so I feel like because this was something that was being repetitively done, these people were brought forward, you know, to the divine and made to essentially, you know, made to explain themselves, you know, explain their behavior, their actions, their reasoning for doing this, because there is no good reason for them behaving this way, right, other than out of spite. And so, you know, these people are essentially, they're being judged. You can put it that way, okay? They're being judged. And the thing is, especially being sort of called out on their BS in this way, because they absolutely are being called out on their BS, not just by the divine, but also your ancestors, who are being very blunt and like very like direct and essentially pulling all the evidence, you know, bringing up all the facts. These people have to like, you know, explain themselves, right? And how are they going to do that? What justification can they give for their actions? Not very good ones, okay? So it's like, you know, as much as they're trying to justify or excuse their behavior, they know that, you know, when it's under scrutiny like it is right now, it doesn't really hold up, you know. It's a very weak argument, very flat statements. It just falls on deaf ears pretty much. And I feel like not only is that happening in the spiritual, but with the Eight of Cups, it's like that's happening physically as well. There are people that are leaving certain people's lives because of their behavior towards you even, right? And you may be shocked to hear that. And again, that's because you bring so much value to the lives of others, right? And all you're focused on is growing, ascending, transforming. So people are like, why are you so out to get, like, why are you out for this person? Where their only focus is on helping people transform their lives, you know, live in like their truth, you know, be the best versions of themselves, live more peaceful lives, right? They're just trying to support people, right, and improve their own life. Why are you so against this person? You know, it becomes very evident that, you know, they're just haters, and so people don't want to be associated with that energy anymore. You'll be surprised. A lot of the people who was, you know, in the past tolerating being around people who are just hateful and, you know, always have, you know, things to bitch about when it comes to people, you know, like, oh, have you seen so-and-so is doing this? And, you know, I can't do that, so yeah, it's a problem to me, or whatever the hell. I don't even know what kind of things they would say, to be honest with you, because it's just not my thought process. So I know that's a bit of a, you know, crappy example, but I don't know, like, whatever haters say, you know, whatever they complain about that you're doing, that they don't feel like they're doing, or they think is bad or weird or whatever, I don't know, right? Whatever they hate on you for. And, you know, in the past, people may have, like, chimed in, or they may have just, like, you know, been like, oh, yeah, really, oh, okay, you know. But now they're not even doing it. Now they're like, why do you even care, you know? It's reaching that point where, you know, people are not going to pander to people's bullshit anymore. It's just not going to fly. So, you know, engaging in gossip just for the sake of it, that's not going to appeal to as many people as it used to. You know, and I feel like unless it serves a real purpose, like in trying to support someone, help somebody, warn someone, or expose some evil deeds that are being done, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to fly. People are going to distance themselves from those kinds of energies. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like, well, you know, if people are like trying to give me an ultimatum to support them in bashing this person, then I'm just going to leave them to it. Because at the end of the day, this person seems to be going places. This is the one that's like actually focused on elevating. Not this person here that's just wanting to like go on some kind of tirade of, you know, smearing this person's name or, you know, trying to stop them from doing whatever they're doing, you know. So I feel like a lot of people are just walking away from those kinds of energies. Yeah. High Priestess, Pisces, Cancer energy. So that's it, you know. There's like a whole community of spiritual beings, you know, that are essentially starting to gravitate, cross paths with one another, people who are on very similar frequencies. And that's why this type of behavior is not going to fly, it's not going to work. Because it's all about unity, it's all about togetherness, it's about community, it's about working together, it's about reconcile certain differences, right? So we can coexist, right? Because not everyone is going to look at things the same way, not everyone has the same beliefs, not everyone has the same ways of going about life or doing life, right? So it's about finding peaceful resolutions, it's about finding harmony and balance, right? Yeah, but does that mean that we let people slide with their bullshit? Absolutely not. We call them out for it, okay? That still continues. But, you know, it's just a case of understanding that everyone's different, everyone's learning different lessons on different paths, okay? And just respecting each other's individual journeys. But still, there's a lot of people that are starting to connect with people who are on a very similar wavelength, okay? So they can provide that sort of equal give and take support, okay? Definitely soul tribes are starting to reconnect. So that's really beautiful to see. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, there may even be like, I don't know, like a central figure, right? Say like, you know, I'll use myself for an example just to make it easier to explain. So say like I have my platform, right? And, you know, I'm sharing these messages, I'm providing encouragement, providing support, you know, exposing certain things that I see, okay, that needs to be brought to light or whatever I'm being shown, okay, whatever comes out, you know, and just giving the guidance that I get, okay. Within that, you know, certain people are drawn to these messages for different reasons. And some people will vibe with it. Some people will vibe with, you know, the way I communicate and, you know, my sort of approach to things. And some of those people will actually be members of my soul tribe. So then, you know, I get to connect with them. I get to know them. They get to know a little bit about me, you know. And then, you know, it's just like more and more people start to connect. And, you know, you get that support. You support me. You go off to do your own thing. I can support that, you know, and it grows. That sort of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting here. That was just an example, but it's that sort of thing, right? Where it's like a symbiotic relationship. That's how it works in nature, right? That's how it's meant to be. And so I feel like that's what we're going to see more of. And I'm here for it, definitely. Absolutely, you know. Because that's the thing, you know. I feel like, unfortunately, especially when it comes to the social media side of it, there is a very competitive attitude that people adopt because they feel like they're in competition with one another and, you know, they have to undermine one another. And I don't feel like that's the case at all. I don't feel like it has to be that way. I feel like, if anything, you know, if you feel like you vibe with someone, encourage them, support them, right? Show support, show love, right? Because we need more unity, not more separation and competition, right? So that's kind of how I feel about it. That's why, you know, when I do see a post that I really like, or, you know, a message or whatever, I like to share it, you know, because I think it's important and it's good to get that message out and help those people. But, you know, that's why I think it's sad when I get some some very questionable people show up and, try to attack me, out of nowhere. People have no idea who they are, just because of spite, just because they feel like, oh, maybe my voice is getting heard by certain people, or I don't know, whatever the reason is. But yeah, it's just sad to see. And unfortunately, there are certain people who are becoming more and more, competitive in that way. I even see it with the Knight of Wands, okay, Sagittarius energy, and it's nothing wrong with like being inspired to like do better or, put more effort in, right? Be inspired by someone else. But, if you feel like you have to compete with them and you have to prove you're better than them, then you've already lost, because it's not about that. That's not the point of the work, right? It's only ever about improving oneself, right? So yeah, and I feel like some people have really lost their way with that, especially on YouTube. That's why it's honestly, it's got to a point now where I don't even really, I don't really communicate with other readers at all anymore, because I'm just not interested in any infighting or politics or anything like that. I'm just here to help, support, give guidance, and that's it. What you do with it is up to you, but I'm not interested in getting into any disputes or, drama, and like I say, whenever I've had someone try and pull me into their nonsense, I just block them, because I'm not going to entertain it, right? It's up to me to decide what I'm going to give my time and energy to. So if you want to make me out to be this evil, horrible, horrific person, then you do that. But I'm not going to feed that energy, because I know myself, okay? Empress energy, Taurus, Libra. Yeah. So this is it, and I feel like this is where a lot of us are at, We're being very intentional with what we give our energy to. And I honestly feel that, especially those who are operating more from the divine feminine attribute, even if you identify mostly with the masculine, right? You may be in this period of time operating more from your feminine energy, for healing, for connecting in romantic relationships, forming friendships, right? These really strong new bonds that are actually going to be long lasting, okay? And you're understanding that in order to be in that position, right, to lead by example, you need to be able to make those executive decisions. You need to operate from a higher level of critical thinking, okay? And not engage in these low vibrational antics, right? So I feel like that's what a lot of us are doing. Yeah. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are in this Empress energy, right? And again, look at this community. This is support. This is like reaping what you sow, a harvest. But like sharing that abundance and good fortune and surplus with those who are worthy and deserving, right? This is not a selfish energy. It's a very giving energy, right? It's being very receptive, but also being giving. It's, again, a symbiotic relationship. That's going to be so paramount. So you'll be encouraged to remain open to the support that is wanting to be given to you at this time, but also know how to pay it forward and reciprocate, okay? That's going to be really key, like finding that balance, because I'm telling you, we need that. That's going to be really important. And that's how we change things, because I feel like society has lost its way somewhat when it comes to that. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, because there's definitely people that want to have that kind of relationship, that kind of bond with you, not just romantically. Yeah, there absolutely is someone that wants that kind of relationship with you romantically. But I feel like, in terms of friendships as well, when it comes to working partnerships, there is that too, right? But you're just going to have to be very discerning when it comes to people that know that can't come with you on this journey. Sorry if you can hear my stomach, I just ate. Yeah, people that can't come with you, that are having to be left behind, especially those who you're emotionally disconnecting from right now, right? And just releasing without any kind of like dramatic finish or ending, right? Just allowing it to be what it is. Yeah, those people may, they may not take it as lightly as all that, okay? So you're just going to have to be very strong with your boundaries and very clear, okay? Because I feel like some of this energy of sabotage is coming from people that know that are losing a place in your life that they once had that was quite significant, okay? Yeah, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, 7 of Cups. And that's the thing, it's about weighing it up from, again, from an elevated viewpoint, right? Is it worth me hanging on to this person, or hanging on to this situation, or hanging on to this energy? Like, what does it actually provide in terms of the highest good? Not just for myself, but for all parties involved, right? Is it beneficial? Is it positive? Is there anything useful when it comes to that? Or is it just something that weighs me down? Is it something that just breeds toxicity? Is it just disharmony? Is it just chaos, right? Is it just someone wanting to bring chaos for no other reason than wanting to be a chaos agent? Is it someone wanting to use me as an outlet for whatever they're feeling, right? Without considering my feelings, even when I've brought this up. You know, this sort of thing. So, again, you need to be mindful because you are in a very powerful energy right now. The Magician with the Strength card, right? Very, very powerful energy. You can choose and dictate, right, how things unfold in this next cycle, depending on where your allegiances lie. And of course, the energy you not only have that you operate from yourself, but you also have around you. So it's very, very key that you're discerning on, you know, what you have around you at this time, you know. So I'm telling you, there's huge changes afoot, okay, especially when it comes to interpersonal relationships. That's been a big theme. That is transforming in a very powerful and fundamental way. You are transforming yourself in a very powerful way. Okay, you're going to be exploring things about yourself that you didn't even know existed. You're going to realize things about yourself, okay, and your true nature that's going to be shocking to you, but in a very profound and positive way. And I honestly feel like you have a lot of support coming in. So even if you feel alone right now, if you feel like you don't really have the best connection with, you know, people in general, like say friends, family members, ex-lovers, whatever, I feel like that will change, providing that you keep pouring into self, okay? And doing all that you can to be like the embodiment of the energy you want to attract, essentially, you know? It's all about balance at the end of the day. That's why we saw the Magician with the Strength card. It's knowing when to show discipline, constraint, when to be tunnel vision, focused, dedicated, knowing when to, you know, put the effort, the energy in, what energies to align yourself to have around you, okay? How to shift your energy, transform, you know, the energies that you may be feeling or what you've experienced. But also knowing when to be very firm in setting healthy boundaries, right? And not tolerating any kind of nonsense, okay? Yeah, you have to be very, very, like, you have to be unwavering when it comes to that, right? Strength card, be very, very firm in your convictions, in your values, in your thoughts, in what you're aligning yourself with and to. And again, those boundaries, yeah. Because I'm telling you, change is afoot, the Wheel of Fortune. Good things are coming, people, okay? So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you found it useful, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notifications bell, click all, so you don't miss any of your upcoming readings. But for now, I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.